welcome you all on the today's session on cloud deployment models. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the different types of cloud that is based on the deployment. There are four different types of cloud, including public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, and then hybrid cloud. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the different types of cloud deployment models: public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, and hybrid cloud. So today in the corporate sectors and the public are using these four different kinds of clouds. So the public or it is called as an internet cloud. So it is used by the third party members. It is a multi-tenant cloud infrastructure and services. It is available on subscription basis. So that is pay as you go model. That is most of the government sectors are using this public internet clouds. The next one will be a private, that is called enterprise cloud. So these kind of clouds that will run on within a company, within a company's own data center. They're having an own infrastructure for the internal and the partners use. So hybrid, or otherwise called as a mixed cloud. Here in this hybrid or mixed cloud, the usage will be either private cloud or public cloud. So they're going to provide some lease for the cloud services when private cloud capacity is insufficient. Let's see the different types of clouds one by one. The first thing will be a public cloud. So imagine a real-time example. Imagine you're staying in a hostel. Anyone can book a room after paying the charges. Similarly, in a public cloud, the cloud infrastructure is owned by a cloud provider and shared among the multiple users. So that is called the public cloud. So public cloud is nothing but it is owned by some cloud provider and it can be shared with the multiple users. So there'll be a huge number of users will be there on a public cloud. So in public cloud there is not a single customer will be there. So the different examples of the public cloud are Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, then Google Cloud Platform. So the futures of the public cloud are it will be an low cost, highly scalable, easy to use. There is no maintenance by the customer. The maintenance and everything is done by the cloud service provider. The main advantage will be your pay only for what you use. Then it is the fast deployment will be very fast here. Then there will be an unlimited scalability will be unlimited. The drawbacks are also will be there. The drawbacks which includes low security because it is used by everyone. There is no limit for the customers. So automatically it is low security, then it is going to be less customizable. Then there is no control over privacy or security. It cannot be used for use of sensitive applications. It lacks complete flexibility. There will be no strict protocols regarding the data management. So the real-time example will be your Netflix is the best example for the public cloud. The next type of cloud will be your private cloud. So private cloud is nothing but you can consider an real-time example. So imagine your own house. So similarly, you're going to own a house. You're purely responsible for the house. Whatever the materials are there inside the house, you're the purely responsible. As like that, the private cloud is a dedicated to one organization. That is a complete infrastructure, a complete resources. Everything can be managed by a single person. So that will be called as the private cloud. So this private cloud can be located inside the company or it can be hosted by a third party members. The features of this public cloud, private cloud will be you can there'll be high security will be the security will be very high, greater control will be there. There will be an customizable infrastructure will be there. It is high efficiency will be very high, and then the privacy also will be very high. Then cost and energy efficiency is also very high in this private cloud. So the drawbacks of this private cloud will be there will be a restricted area of operation will be there. It is a high price will be there because of high more security. It is high price, limited scalability. It is expensive when compared to the public cloud. It requires an IT expertise to maintain the resources. So basically, this private cloud it is used in banking sectors, military organizations, and hospitals. The next one will be a community cloud. So community cloud it is nothing but it is shared by several organizations and support a specific community. So for example, suppose several colleges share one digital library. Okay, only those college students can able to access that. So this is called the community cloud. Only that specific people in an organization can able to access this. So a community cloud is shared among organizations having the similar requirements. So the features of the best examples of this community cloud, it is used in universities, government departments, healthcare institutions, research organizations. The advantage will be the cost is shared by all the community members. It is there will be better collaboration will be there. Setup benefits are very high. There will be common security standards will be there. Then the drawbacks will be limited scalability, then shared governance, then high cost than the public cloud. Compared to the public cloud, it is high cost. So the next type of cloud will be a hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is nothing but you can imagine a person who owns a house but also books a hotel whenever guests arrive. So that will be an hybrid cloud. So this is exactly a hybrid cloud works. So most probably it is a combination of public, private and community cloud. So organizations, it is going to keep sensitive data in the private cloud. So and use the public cloud when extra resources are needed. So when there'll be in a huge number of resources they need, they are going to use the public cloud. If there is a sensitive information, further they are going to use the private cloud. So most probably in the hybrid cloud, they are going to use either private or community or public cloud. So most probably they will use public and private cloud in the hybrid. So the advantages of this hybrid cloud are it is flexible, then it is cost efficiency, it is a better disaster recovery will be better, then high scalability. The drawbacks will be, and there will be a networking issues will be there, security compliance will come, integration challenges, then infrastructure dependencies. We need to depend upon one infrastructure for the public cloud, the another one for the private cloud. So most these are the drawbacks of this hybrid cloud. So this is the at a glance of deployment models. We are going to see the infrastructure owner will be for public cloud as third party, for private it is single organizations, for hybrid it is a mixed, for community it is going to be shared by the different organizations. So the maintenance will be done by the provider for the public. For private it is done, everything is handled by the organizations. For hybrid also it is shared. For community also it is shared. So public cloud, it purely depends upon the internet. So low internet dependency will be the private cloud. So easy of deployment will be very easy in public cloud. So private it is very difficult. Then hybrid and community it is going to be the moderate one. So these are the real-time examples of this cloud. Public cloud, that is Netflix, private cloud, banks, hybrid, real-time, retail companies. Community cloud will be universities and research institutions. So these are the references of today's session. Thank you for joining the session.